Deli at Recycle Propaganda. The show is called The Deli, and it was inspired when back in October they asked me to create an environment for this space, and the theme was food. And so when I was asked to create a show based around food, I wanted to talk about the ways in which we consume identity through the body. And so originally that entire counter was a deli counter outfitted with vaginas and dicks and fists and pussy and breast. And I sold it by the ounce, and so I had a deli operator back in here and selling body parts. And then when it became Christmas and the holiday season, I basically vomited up Christmas all over the back of the gallery because the theme was consumerism. And I dressed up like the devil and asked people to donate their new or gently used soul in exchange for body. And so I had a shoe drive, and because I was like, what are people willing to exchange their soul for? What would you sell your soul to the devil for? And well, body. And that's what I had to offer. And I went from having a very serious content talking about the body and the way that the body is, and its body image is sold to us through the internet and through stores on a daily, in movies on a daily basis, into this overlay of a kitschy theme, and it became something a little bit more playful. And they have these neat sculptures that are made out of hair. My mom calls them hairy burble. And because hair is a material that I believe exists in a place between life and death, where we associate hair as something with vitality, life, and power when it's attached to our heads. But as soon as it's removed, it becomes something that we consider grotesque and associate with death and disease. And we consume dead things on a regular basis. And then for New Year's, we did a kissing booth back. We transformed the deli into a kissing booth. And so we would count down for each person that came. We would do a countdown and shoot off the poppers and blow the noisemaker. And go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then kiss people through the paper and like this. And they could pick out their lipstick, and then they got to we would rip it off and roll it up and wrap it so that they could take their kiss home with them, because everyone should have a New Year's kiss. And so it's been a really interesting experience for me going through creating this piece that initially left me feeling like, oh, who hurt you? And feeling that it was a very heavy concept, into something that was more lighthearted and playful to talk about in a way that maybe more people can connect with. So thank you for coming to the Deli. The pieces that I cast, they were cast from my own body. The material that I use is called Smooth On Body Double Silk. It's made by Reynolds A&M, and it's a two-part mixer, 1-to-1 ratio. It's applied onto the body, and you do about 3 coats, and then on top of that you create, using plaster bandages, a mother mold. And once that shape is set, you remove it, and it's completely non-toxic and safe for the body. And then I can make continuous molds with plaster by pouring plaster into that mold, allowing it to sit for 30 minutes to an hour, and then just pull the silicone off, and you have a replica. And the same mold can be used over and over until it I guess is ruined or breaks or something like that. And so all of these images, or not images, sculptures, are from the same mold, but each has like a little bit of a different character based on the way that it was cast. I made basically a sample dish for pieces of pussy, and so it's little broken samples of of vagina. These pieces here are inspired off of cow carcasses. I call them my hairy burble meat carcasses, and they're created from synthetic hair woven through a chicken wire frame that I constructed, and I utilize hair as a way to talk about the space in between life and death and the way in which we consume dead material. And this piece is also made out of canvas, and it is a vaginal shape with a hook that I welded out of steel at the top, because sometimes it is piercing.
Happy New Year's. Foresight is 2020.